It's Kanan Smith. I love you like that. 92.5 KLAD with the KLAD Wake Up Crew with Rob and Melissa. The Wake Up Crew brought to you by Holiday Jewelry. On Fridays, we do featured interviews about the community. And today we are, thanks to Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. And today we have Aletta Mannix joining us, who is a nurse up at Sky Lakes. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
So how long have you been a nurse?
I have been a nurse about 4.5 years.
Okay.
I graduated from right here at OIT in 2015.
Nice. So what part of Sky Lakes are you? What's your job there?
I work in labor and delivery, so I work with mamas and babies.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
This has been Nurses Week. Wednesday was official Nurses Day. So what does it mean for nurses?
I'm in a particularly interesting position to help celebrate this. I am the chair of our executive committee for the Oregon Nurses Association, which is our labor union up at the hospital. And Nurses Week happens every year. It's from May 6th to May 12th, and it's actually Florence Nightingale's birthday. And so every year we use it as an opportunity to really focus on thanking nurses for all their work.
Very cool. So you, the one thing with a lot of talk about COVID-19, let's talk a little bit about that and how Sky Lakes is situated. What's it like up at Sky Lakes with COVID-19?
Yeah, great question. So as of today, we have actually 40 positive cases of COVID-19 in Klamath County, but really not all of them are being hospitalized. So the virus is growing in Klamath County, but pretty slowly compared with, the enormous surge that more populated areas around the world are seeing. And what I've seen is that Sky Lakes as a hospital has been enormously proactive and organized about this crisis. Some things that I'm seeing is that, obviously we're using a lot of PPE, which is personal protective equipment, more than ever, which, it makes it harder to connect with patients, for one thing. You may have noticed while you're driving by the hospital that we have a big white triage tent outside of the ER. I work in family births, so people are still having babies, regardless of the crisis. But the way that we are having to care for them is a little bit different. We have changes in visitation, changes in the way that we triage people as they come in. But overall, our prevention plan has been really, really successful. And right now, our hospital doesn't have a lot of patients. And, that's a shout out to the community as well for really being proactive and helping us keep infections down to a minimum.
Do you feel like that we're ready to open? I mean, as far as the hospital's prepared and we're ready to open up the community?
Yeah, I can't speak to the whole community, but I can speak to the hospital. As of May 1st, we have reopened on a limited basis elective surgeries and procedures. And we're doing this in a really slow and deliberate manner so that we can just make sure that we're providing safe care to patients. So we're already a little bit busier. And, I have to take this opportunity to stress that it's really important that people still come in to get the care that they need. And that people who are suffering at home in pain need to come in, even if they're afraid. But we are reopening slowly and very carefully.
What kind of lessons has COVID-19 kind of taught the medical field?
Wow. I think that acting early is the big theme here. Sky Lakes did a really great job of this. We recognized the scale of this and we took control early. We were one of the first rural hospitals in the state to have a flu testing site, a drive-by COVID testing site, antibody tests, etc. I think PPE is a huge lesson moving forward. Coronavirus isn't going to fade out next week. We're looking at a long-term problem here. So we really need to make sure that we have safety gear like one-time use safety gear for all of our healthcare workers, and that we're not reusing it the way that nurses have been asked to. And then, I think that there's a real sense of personal responsibility that people, I think, are really starting to feel. I think now more than ever, people are feeling like they're really part of a whole, part of a community, and that they have a responsibility to keep others safe, not just themselves.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a lot of good information. Thank you for calling in and chatting with us. It's Aletta?
Yeah.
Aletta Mannix.
You nailed it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was when I saw your name originally, I was calling you Alita all the way until you called and said, "Hey, this is Aletta," and now it mixed me up.
I'm used to it. You're not the only one.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in and chatting with us, and happy Nurses Week to you.
Happy Nurses Week.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you guys are doing up there.